Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a bit different but definitely interesting and really fun and really challenging. The story is it was getting to the end of the month and me and Kyle were absolutely skint. We are saving up to buy a flat and it's due to complete at the end of this year, so we're trying to be really budget conscious, really budget friendly, but we're still trying to eat relatively well. Anyway, long story short, we really found that we were running out of money towards the end of the month, and I am someone who loves watching like cooking challenge videos. Do you remember those living on £1 for a day videos that were going around YouTube like years ago? And I just thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see how many meals we could get that were still like relatively wholesome-ish for as little money as we could. So we did this challenge. We didn't have a budget, but we were really trying to buy like the cheapest things possible, and the aim was to have 3 meals per day for 2 people until we got paid, which was in 4 days time. So this is 4 days worth of meals for 2 people, and we managed to, just got the receipt on my phone, we managed to get that amount of food for £17.93 all in all, which works out to, oh, I can't do maths, but probably about £8 each. So we're really lucky. We've got an Aldi really close by, which is where we do generally do our food shopping, and it is like the cheapest supermarket in the UK. And so I basically put together a list. I went onto the Aldi website and I was researching, and I basically put together a meal plan and tried to work out where we could get extra things for cheap. But this video is going to be a little bit more like a vlog. I'm going to take you to Aldi, I'm going to show you the food shop, and then I'm going to show you the meals that we cooked using said food shop that sustained our lives over the next 4 days. So headed off to Aldi with my list. This is my local Aldi in Bedminster in Bristol, and I like it because I know where everything is. So I picked up 2 packs of mixed peppers, headed through the fruit and veg section. It was a bit sad I didn't pick up as much veg as I usually would have liked to, and made my way through the various aisles. The cheese is always a bit of a killer. I never realised how expensive cheese was until I moved out. And finally through to the bakery on my way out, and then I just had to scan it all in at the self-service checkouts. So I've just come back from the shop and I've just laid everything out so we can see what I've bought. But I've got the receipt here and it came in total to £17.93, so just under £18 for everything here. So this is for 4 days worth of meals. I've got onions, I've got a couple of tins, black beans, baked beans, and some more baked beans, mini tortillas, ham, fish fingers, cheese, pasta sauces, bread, eggs, mixed peppers, 2 packs of those. We normally do have a bit more veg throughout the week, but because we are really running low on a budget, we're going for a couple of tins as well. Bit of lettuce, sweet potato, sausages. That's like the main meat thing that we've got for the week. But yeah, so that is everything. £17.93 for all of that. So I'm gonna get this away into the cupboards and into the fridge, and then I will come back when I come to make my first meal. And I also wanted to note that I didn't buy any salt, pepper or oil just because we already have some at home. We use the 1 calorie olive oil from Sainsbury's, and then like peppercorns that you crack, and salt, and I also have table salt in the cupboard. The reason I'm not including these is because they're sort of already in the cupboard and I would consider them staples, so that's why I haven't budgeted them into the individual meals. So the first thing I've made, this is just for my lunch, is a humble ham and cheese sandwich. That is using just a couple of slices of the ham and 3 little slices of cheese and 2 slices of my bread. I had a little bit of mayo in the fridge left over. If you had a bit of butter, you could use that. I don't actually think you need butter on a sandwich, but that's just me. But there's my little lunch. The first dinner that we made was fish finger sandwiches using the frozen fish fingers and about half of the sweet potato. So use some of the lettuce in the sandwich as well, and some of the onion along with the bread. For breakfast this morning we've got 2 portions of cheesy beans on toast with a fried egg. This is a lovely ham and cheese toastie that I made using the bread, cheese and some of the ham, and I found some mustard in the back of the fridge which I used. So I forgot to film our omelette last night, but I'm having another one now for breakfast. We had 12 eggs, and last night we had a ham and cheese omelette with some red onion, and I think we had like 3 eggs each, and I've just made myself a 2 egg omelette with just a tiny bit of cheese for breakfast, and I also found some barbecue sauce which I've put on my omelette, so that's what I'm having for breakfast. For dinner we have sausage pasta, which has made 2 lunches for tomorrow, but this is basically all of the sausages, peppers and the jar of tomato sauce. And these were the black bean and sweet corn tacos, which are vegetarian with cheese on them, lettuce, and that's using the tortillas. So that was our, to be honest, I flopped a little bit and I forgot to film like some of the meals, but you can kind of see where the ingredients were taking us. It was like ham and cheese sandwiches, there was a little bit of like repetition. The ingredients that we bought we were able to use for like various different meals, which is always a good idea to plan. My top tip would be, because it can be done, I'm not saying this is like the most balanced menu for 2 people for a few days, but if you do find yourself in a bit of a pinch, then it definitely worked for us. But yeah, my best advice would be to, before you go to the shop, to put together a bit of a list. I've got notes on my phone, like it's my favourite thing to do. This is my meal plan notes on my phone, and I basically go on to the Aldi website or the Sainsbury's website, depends where we're gonna go shopping, and I put together what we're gonna eat and then all the ingredients we need to buy, and then I tick things off that we've already got in the fridge, and I work out how much it's gonna be for the whole portion, how much it's gonna be per person, and then whether there will be leftovers for lunch the following day or not. So then we can plan if we need lunches, which it's slightly obsessive, but it means that our food shops are really well planned out. When we walk into the food shop, we're just going in to get what we need, and we don't get sidetracked by things that are on special offer or things we might just fancy, because we know what we're there for. It just keeps it massively under control. Me and Kyle are both huge foodies, and we, of course, we do treat ourselves to like random things every now and again, but in terms of, you know, we're really trying to save up for this very expensive flat that we're buying, and so we need to keep things minimal as possible. But I think this was a really interesting challenge. It definitely puts things into perspective. We're lucky, we both work full-time and we have money, we're able to save, and I appreciate this is not the case for certain households, but it was a good challenge to do. We saved such a lot of money over those few days, and I think the foods that we ate were actually, you know, relatively varied. We got some veg in there and it was tasty. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.